I'm with Steve Straughan, the driving force behind the band Hi Fi Spitfires, whose latest album drew critical acclaim from the influential rock magazine Legal or Rock. And many of you will know Steve as the lead guitarist with the UK Subs. Today we're going to be talking about two rooms that have been significant in the creation of the album Off the Radar. First, we're going to be talking about Steve's music room, from which he's drawn a lot of inspiration. And secondly, the highly renowned Sunderland venue, The Bunker, where the album was recorded. And then we're going to do a deep dive into the album.
You're obsessed. You're obsessed.
Steve, thanks for inviting me here today. Welcome. Okay, Steve, so we're in the hallowed music room where you spend a lot of time as part of the creative process. And I notice you've got a lot of items around here. Is there anything that stands out that's got a story behind it that helps you with that process?
Yeah, I think it's very important to be surrounded by things that make you feel good. Certainly gets the juices going to writing music. Here I am surrounded by some of the toys from my youth, like 60s and 70s type style vehicles. Surrounded by my robots, which is good. I like a lot of light. It's a lot of space. This like draws me in, you know what I mean?
So tell me about because I understand that you spend a lot of your time writing songs in the early hours. Tell me about that part of the process.
Yes, I find this room very welcoming. It just kind of draws me in. I spend like lots of hours throughout the night writing songs, catching up on UK Subs material I've got to learn, and I just find it much more easy because like the day is so demanding with things I've got to do, daily tasks and things. So this is the perfect place to study and write throughout the night.
And peaceful?
Yeah, very peaceful, very silent. All I can hear is the odd police car going past or the ambulance because there's a hospital in the distance. It's quite easy to write. As you can see, nighttime guitar sessions.
Right. So why is the silence and the darkness important to you? Because it's dark outside, you've got the street lights out there, but do you have this, is this your sanctuary or something?
It certainly is, yeah. I find it so easy and relaxing. Nobody's bothering me. There's no TVs on or anything like that. And it just seems so easy to do.
And you seem able to just shut yourself off.
Yeah.
Whether it's writing songs or going through the latest chords or lead break for a UK sub song.
Yeah.
Or something that you've created for Hi Fi Spitfires.
That's right. I just isolate myself here and I'm not bothering anybody else as well, you know what I mean? So it's quite easy.
Steve, I'm just looking around the room and do you know what? However small it might be, the one thing that's jumping out at me is this badge, Full Wool Punks. Do you want to tell me a little bit about the story behind that badge?
Yes, that badge resembles a lot for me, my past, my introduction to punk rock. It's kind of the soundtrack of my life, really. I grew up in a place called Full Wool, which is on the coast of Sunderland, and I was introduced to the kind of first friends I had, the first punk friends I had, and now we go back a long way. I've got a lot of love for these people. I'm still in touch with them, and I'm still a Full Wool punk.
So just two words on that badge, and yet it seems to encapsulate a lot in terms of your life story, basically.
Yeah, I mean, some of the people from there, the punks, are actually in one of the videos that we shot for The Last Gang over Monk Weymouth School Youth Club, and that's so lovely to see.
And am I right in saying that your youth, you growing up,
Yeah.
the influences of punk in those informative years feed into your songwriting?
They certainly do, yeah. I can't get away from it. It's a big part of me, you know. If you cut me in half, it would say punk rock and Full Wool.
Great. So if we can talk about the recording of the album Off the Radar, you chose The Bunker in Sunderland. What's the significance behind that?
Yeah, well, we always used to record at Trinity Heights in Denton, Newcastle. The engineer there was ex-guitarist of Penetration. and used to play for Tigers Pantan. We got phenomenal results there. We went there for years. The Angelic Upstarts recorded there, Cockney Rejects, Red Alert, loads of bands. So we always felt we got good results. However, Fred sadly retired, so the hunt was on to find somewhere else to record. I started making inquiries, and the name Phil Jackson, young kid from Sunderland, kept on popping up, saying he's the new guy to go to, you know. So I started hearing some results, sounded really, really good. So we went there, basically, and recorded the bunker. The bunker, I go back a long way with the bunker. It's so historical musically. It was the mecca for the punks who travelled from far away to come here to see bands, travelling touring bands. So it felt really, really important, like recording there, and really good because of its history. Punk rock's in the walls, basically, in the foundations. So that's why we went there, and we're really, really pleased with the results of Off the Radar.
And the bunker does have this historical standing within the Sunderland punk scene, doesn't it?
It certainly does, yeah. Originally it started in Green Terrace as a collective, then it moved to Stockton Road, which it's still there today. Letting kids learn to play instruments there, teaching them and everything, you know, it's good. And still putting the occasional gig on as well.
So you chose the bunker to record that. What was it you were trying to capture then?
Just some of that spirit that's still there, you know. Some ambience, is that the correct word to say? From them punk days, you know. I mean, as I was recording that, it was flashing back all those memories of seeing Flux Pink Indians and Conflict and Paint the Test Tube, Subs and Exploited. You know, it's just got so much history. It just felt so good recording that.
I see, if it's alright with you, I'm going to ask you a little bit about the album itself. Now, it's funny because when I came into your home a short while ago, I thought I was in a Royal Mail sorting office because demand for the album is obviously clearly great because we're packing and packing and packing.
Yes,
so I'm going to ask you a few questions about the songs, but before we do, this album is dedicated to someone special. Can you tell me a little bit about that, please?
Yes, it's dedicated to a good friend of mine, Doug Kane, who was the singer of the Generators. I found him and his band so inspirational. I had a great love for them, and I was deeply, deeply upset when Doug passed away. So this is just his family and his fans, his friends, how I feel about him, you know. I just wanted to be known and put there on our album as a memory for him.
Does sound like some gratitude there to Doug.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. And as for the album itself, depending on whether you buy the vinyl or the CD, it's a 12-tracker or a 13-tracker.
Yeah, 12 tracks on the vinyl, 13 on the CD, yeah.
Okay, and any standout tracks for you that have got specific significance?
So, yeah, a really special song for me is Escape of Destiny, describing my hours through the night writing and learning in this room. Also, there's a song on there called Far Away, which describes the 101st Division at the Battle of Bulge in the Ardennes, Second World War. I've tried my best to get as close as I can to describe what those men went through, but I'm probably a million miles away despite being happy with the lyrics. It's a very emotional song, so you have to check that one out, especially Far Away.
I know from previous work, emotions, significant events in history, they play a key part in your songwriting. What's going on there?
Yeah, I mean, as a kid I suppose I was drawn towards the military, army, war films. You kind of see it in a totally different perspective when you're older. The heartache, the pain, the camaraderie and everything, and you really see it differently. And in the TV series Band of Brothers, I was absolutely blown away and just speechless for a long time after seeing it, and I just had to write a song about what those men went through.
And I die with my brother.
through the tracks on the album?
There's some really like standout like ones that not emotional or whatever, like a song called 3 Volt Love, which upsetting to some people isn't what you think it's about. It's actually about a dictaphone and my the way I used to write songs on a dictaphone. I'd be outside singing lyrics into it and stuff like that. That's possibly going to be the next single, by the way, 3 Volt Love.
So when can we expect that?
It's just about, I mean, the music's wrote for the 2 singles that's been released soon, and we're just going to send off the pressing plant, so I would imagine it'll take about 3.5 months to turn around.
So watch this space.
Yeah.
Great.
So that's on top of the album.
Look forward to that one. So Steve, with Off the Radar signed, sealed and delivered, what next?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to hear people's responses from the album because they're all getting posted out at the moment. There's 300 in total. We're selling a lot of them, so hopefully we'll be getting a response from them soon. It's also on Bandcamp, and that's the people that have actually heard it before the release on vinyl. And we're really looking forward to an album launch gig that we have planned in the Ivy House in Sunderland on the 7th of December. So come on down, that's going to be some party.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
The one thing that's clear, if you look at the evolution of Hi Fi Spitfires, is you managed to build up a fan base reasonably quickly, and those fans have been with you over the many years.
Yeah.
What's been the relationship like between the band and the fans, and how's it evolved?
Well, I've always found that the most rewarding thing out of music I've found is like actually gaining friends, you know, better than being on stage or anything like that. It's all the good people, and gaining fans is just a bonus to that. At this point, I'd like to give a huge thank you to all those who followed us from the beginning. It's incredible how some of them fans who's followed us from the beginning are the ones who's first in the queue to buy the album. You know, so loyal. Thank you to every one of you.
So Steve, to round off the interview, can you tell me what you're most proud of with this album?
Well, it's all brand new material. It's always exciting when you go in the studio and recording something new, as any artist will tell you. But this one I feel is really special because it's the first opportunity I've had, especially to get my new drummer on. It was great harmonies, you know. He sings like an angel, and Tony also sings great as well. He does great battle vocals. So I've been given this great opportunity of kind of presenting something a little bit new, I suppose, in the way of battle vocals and new writing, you know. So I'm really pleased with the new material.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, that concludes the Tale of Two Rooms interview.
Thank you.
Thanks for inviting me in.
Cheers, Murph. Thank you.